Across Africa, something is happening in our homes. Marriages are struggling, couples are divided, and families are under pressure. Not just because of money or in law related issues, but because we are caught in an identity crisis. Our African cultural values are being diluted by westernization, and biblical values are being redefined by modern ideologies. The result? Confusion. Now, 2 weeks ago, I released a video on feminism and marriage. To that video, I got this feedback, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, "Thanks, Taye. I've just finished listening to you on YouTube, but why does it seem incomplete? You probably need to revisit it and expand the topic. It's now a serious problem and therefore deserves more in-depth analysis. I think the topic is broader than your test treatment." So, this is my attempt at going a bit deeper. I confess it is still an attempt, but my hope is to get the conversation started and deep reflections and soul searching going. What can be done to rescue the marriage institution from total breakdown? Welcome back to my channel. As always, my name is Taye Aluko, and I help couples learn how to enjoy and not endure marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. It's a gift and a blessing from God to humanity. It's meant to be enjoyed. Now, for me, growing up in Nigeria, we were taught respect for elders, family unity, and the headship of men. Daddy was the head of the house, and mommy was not a weakling, but she honored and respected her husband as the head. Now, marriage was also partly community-based. You had your family, you had your in-laws, you had your siblings, and sometimes your larger community, all having somewhat of an influence on your home and keeping you accountable. But with modernization and westernization, this dynamic has been reshaped. Young women still want to get married, but are not interested in submission. And so you hear things like, don't take nonsense from your husband. Submission is outdated, it's old-fashioned. Make your own choices. Now, there's even an ongoing debate about women not taking their husband's last name after marriage. It's actually a topic of discussion. Now, with some women now seeing it as a disadvantage to them. And to be honest, I understand why there is a pushback, because many men of old perpetrated abuse in the name of being the head of the house. You had daughters who witnessed their moms endure extreme hardship, and they don't want a part of it for themselves. And so I would say that men definitely need to do better, because leadership is not dictatorship or oppression. But are we going to throw the baby away with the bathwater? Husbands are wondering, should I lead or will I be called a dictator? We have a situation where so many couples are neither fully rooted in biblical principles nor traditional values. Instead, they live in a confused middle. Culture says, I must respect my husband. Modernization is saying submission is outdated. But the Bible is saying both of you must submit to Christ. And so the question is, which voice should a wife and even a husband be heeding to? I want to look at how feminism impacts African values. For the longest time, I will confess that I didn't understand feminism. And honestly, I still have very limited knowledge about it. However, I do know that equality and a desire to end patriarchy are at the heart of the feminist ideology. And I stand to be corrected. And these are not bad in themselves, because the fight for equality continues to give women opportunities in education, in careers, in leadership, and even in sports. And the fight for equality has raised awareness about abuse, about forced marriages, about several harmful practices like female genital mutilation, about silence around domestic violence. And these are things that we must not ignore, because women still suffer various levels of abuse in different parts of Africa and indeed the world at large. However, I strongly believe that feminism is harmful for marriage. And this is because feminism undermines male leadership in the home. You have wives who now resist any form of the leadership from their husbands. And the thing is, you can't have two captains in a ship. Feminism distorts submission, because submission is not slavery. It doesn't mean you are weaker. You also find feminism creating rivalry between husband and wife. They become competitors instead of partners in the progress of their marriage. You also find feminism promoting independence. I don't need you. I can handle my business. I can handle myself. Now, this kills the spirit of oneness, and oneness is integral to the institution of marriage. Now, I understand and get it that the world is in a different place, and that in many African homes today, both the husband and wife are working professionals. However, what we're getting instead of unity and a pooling of resources is that couples are living separate lives. Couples are engaging in power struggles. Couples are arguing over percentage of contribution, and as a result, slowly drifting apart. You have African tradition that says family values, honor, respect. But then again, tradition without Christ can slide into polygamy, oppression, and wrongful patriarchy. You have feminism that says values freedom, value independence, but then again, independence without Christ can become rebellion, rivalry, and we see the divorce numbers going up. And so, what is the result that we're seeing? We're seeing marriages where the couples have become roommates, husband and wife living parallel lives, each fighting for independence, power struggle. We're seeing silent resentment, husbands feeling dishonored and disrespected, undermined, wives feeling unloved and not understood. We're seeing broken transmission of values, children watching parents fight wars, growing up confused about what marriage should look like. We're seeing a growth and increase in the numbers of divorce culture. Homes are breaking faster. Fewer people committed to marital success or willing to work through challenges. These are all the things that we're seeing. So what is the way forward? This is my humble submission. Neither patriarchy nor feminism can save African homes. Only Christ can. What does the Bible say? Husbands love sacrificially. Wives submit respectfully. Both the husband and the wife submit to one another in love and out of reverence for Christ. So, what should we be doing? Very important that we return to God's word, because the harmful traditions of Western ideologies will not save us. It's very important that submission is redefined. Submission is not slavery. It is alignment under Christ. It's very important that headship is redefined. Leadership is not domination. It is sacrificial love. It's very important that we teach our children that empowerment is good, but rebellion destroys. That love and respect are not outdated. They are actually divine. And so again, I want to ask you, which voice is shaping your marriage? Is it the voice of culture or is it the voice of Christ? Because your marriage can't thrive if you are caught in between the two. You know, culture shifts, Western ideology changes, but God's word will remain the same. It does remain the same. Now, if you are ready to align your marriage with God's design, I invite you to take my online course, Pathway to Forever. It's a practical roadmap for couples who want marriages that will stand the test of time and who want to enjoy their marriage. Click the link in the description and let me walk you through this journey in power. Africa has rich culture. The West has powerful ideology, but only Christ has the truth that can sustain marriage for life. Let us return to his order. Husband, love your wife. Wife, submit to your husband. And I can assure you, I can guarantee you that your home will indeed thrive. Have you enjoyed this video? Please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Do you agree or disagree? Share your view. And last but not the least, subscribe to help me keep my channel going. God bless you. As always, I remain Taya Luko. Bye-bye and see you in the next video.